guys, MarvelFan45 here, and today we'll be reviewing 3 films that I watched on break that you guys all wanted me to watch. So, yeah, let's get into it. So we'll start off with Come and See, released in 1982 and directed by Ellen Klimov. And yeah, this film, if you're a Criterion fiend, you've already seen it, and all props to you. I really want to buy the Criterion, but I unfortunately don't have the money to right now, but I will one day. But Come and See is just a masterpiece, plain and simple. Like, if you haven't seen it, I'd recommend seeing it. It's free on YouTube, but on Criterion Channel it looks amazing in that nice, crisp 4K transfer. But, yeah, this is probably my favorite war film ever. If you think Dunkirk is visceral, then just watch this film and it'll just change your perspective completely. Because this film pulled off some of the most horrific scenes I've ever seen. Like, the scene, it's a small scene, but the scene of where, I forget his name since it's been so long since I've seen it, but the main character and the main girl are walking through the mud-covered swamp as bombs go off in the background. That scene is horrific. Then there's the final 30 minutes, which I will not spoil, but that literally brought me to tears, like, more than once. Like, I'm not gonna even spoil it, but seriously, just watch it. Like, that's all I can really say. Thanks everyone who recommended it. It's just a complete masterpiece in every way. Camera work wise, directing wise, acting wise, it's all masterful. Like, it's just a truly amazing film. Like, again, it's free on YouTube, just watch it. I don't really want to spoil it, but the first 10 minutes are all build up. But as soon as he sees the main girl, everything just goes crazy. Like, when the bombs start falling and they have to avoid them, and then, then the scene where they're at the camp with all the survivors from his village, and then the scene where he has to hide under the dead cow, and then the final village sequence are all amazing. And it's peak anti-war film. That's all I can say. It's peak anti-war film. Like, it is the anti-war film, in my opinion. Like, no other film will make you just despise war more than Come and See. But, yeah. Now on to film number 2. Edward Yang's A Brighter Summer Day. Speaking of films that made me cry, this film did something that just shook me. Like, it's this beautiful film about this Taiwanese boy who gets involved with a gang and things aren't going well for him, basically. But yeah, Yang's camera work is absolutely beautiful. I related a lot to the characters, way more than I expected to. And that ending, oh my gosh, I'm not gonna spoil it, but that ending, like, is just, oh my gosh. Like, that ending had me crying, but wanting to watch it again immediately after. And then, there are just so many good scenes. Like, the first dance sequence with the Elvis song is amazing. The two gangs competing stuff is all amazing. The juxtaposition between the kids and the adults during the scene where... Actually, no, that's a major spoiler. But, like, in the second act, when the two gangs start going a bit crazy and the guy comes back from his other town, I believe. I forget where he comes from. But the girl's old boyfriend who comes back and gets involved with the two gangs. And then the two adult gangs. That stuff was just brutal. But, yeah. Brighter Summer Day, it's a masterpiece. Expect maybe a video on Yang, because I'm going to be watching a Confusion, a Taipei story, and Yi eventually. Mainly thanks to Daisuke Beppu's series. I watched every single one of those videos, and now I'm like, oh, and Mahjong. I'm gonna watch Mahjong too. And if I can get a hold of it, I will be watching Terrorizers. But yeah, Brighter Summer Day. It's a masterpiece. It's high on my favorites list. Was in my top 10 last year. Doesn't make it there now, but it might be top 20 because it's still just that good. But yeah. Now the third film, one Isaac Dune specifically recommended me a lot. Andrei Tarkovsky's Stalker. So this is peak meditative cinema, where Come and See was just brutal, brutal, brutal. This is all meditative and calm down and makes you think. And I watched this film on Halloween night after being super, super stressed and in like a terrible mood, and it just clicked. Like everything about the movie clicked. It was my favorite film at one time, but now it doesn't make that honor now. Like, it's at least top, like, maybe 50. It's not in, like, my upper echelon of films now. Like, I wouldn't say it's on the level of some of my other favorites, but I still adore it. Like, everything about it. Like, Tarkovsky's visuals are absolutely stunning. The journey to the zone. Sorry, I was having trouble describing it. The journey to the zone, where it's just this slow, still shot, and you can hear the car creaking back and forth, and you don't really know what's gonna happen when they get there. And then the score starts playing, and it's transferred into this beautiful, beautiful color, and they enter the zone. And it's just stunning. Like, nothing is explained really. There's no big exposition dumps. Like, you just have to go on a journey. Like, it's completely based on vibes, if that makes sense. Like, it's all about the feeling and what you think of it. Like, I have an idea of what I think it means, but I need to rewatch it before I decide, because I haven't actually rewatched it. I've only seen it once. But it's just masterful. It's not my favorite Tarkovsky. I still prefer Mirror, but it is probably my second, because I've only seen 2 of his films at this point. But I'm going to watch more Tarkovsky soon, rest assured. And then, I'll add on a bonus here since I'm in the mood to. So, there are 2 other films that were recommended that I also watched by Dion Wynn and Solitary Ronin Films. In the Mood for Love and Chungking Express, directed by Wong Kar-wai. So I have to thank you guys, because thanks to those, I found what would be... It's still in my top 10. It occasionally hops up to my number 1 spot. But 2046, which is probably my favorite movie ever, but that's a lot of movies, because I can never ever pick one definitively. But it all started with Chungking Express, which is probably Wong Kar-wai's most well-known film, besides In the Mood for Love, which is just... It's a movie that makes you feel loved. It's like a warm blanket while you watch it. Then In the Mood for Love is similar. It's like a warm blanket too. They're just both masterpieces. Thanks for the recommendations, guys. And yeah, I'll just end the video there. Thanks for all the recommendations, and yeah. Stay safe and have a good day.